Okay, so we'll wait until he is in, and I'm not sure how we get the PowerPoint presentation going. Yes, thank you. There need to be some intelligent people on the platform here. There, okay. That's not fair. Okay, you just walk there and then do this and then it works. Okay. Thank you, Emerson. Welcome, everyone. Great to have us together. We have a members meeting, as you know, without elections, so we can go and go forward with a few important agenda items and discuss it. There are a few reports, there are a few updates, etc. The Science Slam is still going on when I left 10 minutes ago, and I don't think Gaia is here and Antti, so I think they are running a bit late. But until we come to this agenda item, I hope they'll join us. Good. Welcome to everyone, and a special welcome to Iklas, our new honorary member. It's wonderful to have you among all the other honorary members. I'm not going to repeat what I said in the introduction, aside from it's wonderful to have you here. Okay, I think I want to be fast and don't want to spend too much of our time on it. And I'm sure we all are, on the one hand, a little bit tired. Certainly I am. So if I suddenly don't make sense, just remind me. Olaf, wonderful to have you. Thank you. Yes. And also, obviously, it's the next thing I want to do. I don't know whether Tina is here, but for everyone they're still outside, okay, from everyone in and around Naples, who's behind it, with Tina and Alessandra being the figureheads of the activities. Thank you so much, but we'll come to the, let's say, to a flashback at the end of the conference tomorrow. So thanks to Olaf for preparing all this, and I don't know how he does it, but he's brilliant. He just does all this. This is the agenda. So we have just over an hour, and we trust this is enough. Good. There are the minutes of last year's meeting. This is the online meeting, which we had without any special things. Now, how do I move this thing on the slide? I don't think I can. No. So has anyone who has read the minutes any objections? Is there any desire to look at the minutes in more detail, or can we approve it? Who's against approving the minutes? Okay, who abstains? Okay, thank you. So I take the minutes as being approved, and I don't think there's anything really major to discuss there. There are a few reports. I'll try to keep mine very brief. You've heard a few things during the last day and a half, actually also Sunday. One very active field for the board is right now our long-standing and changing relationship with Ultima as a publisher. And welcome wherever you are. Here you are, to our two colleagues. You've met them here, so wonderful to have you here, Kathleen and Stuart. And we had Gordon on Sunday or whatever day it was. And so there's a lot going on. It's too early to really come to a final report or anything or any decision, but there may be some updates in the next members' mail, and we definitely want to take it forward within the board. Another ongoing question: we have appointed, when I started as a president, the roles of regional representatives. I think it has worked very well. There are several questions how we can develop this further, and I've looked at this quite a bit. The e-symposia, we'll come back to this later. contributing and supporting Tina and Alessandra, no doubt. We had several awards. I took a lead on the Egon Stahl and Wilmar Schwabe Young Talent. So I'm very pleased that we have found 2 excellent young researchers. And we have a series of meetings. We'll come back to some of them later. I'll spend a moment on one. Next year it'll be Reims, then Lisboa, and then we are most likely going to be in South Korea. This is the meeting of the American Society of Pharmacognosy. They are the main organizers. And I think when we started the discussion earlier this year, the one thing which was very clear, it cannot be in the United States, which is very sad, and I find it really very depressing. But I think the American colleagues and all involved on the European side very much agreed. And so we were thinking about alternatives. I had a few informal discussions with colleagues in Canada. Stefan, who is with us, also explored some contacts with Paula and others. There were some suggestions from other sides about Mexico. But in the end, it's the decision of the American Society. And the final current status is that the plan is to have it in Seoul. Then we have Turkey with Funda, who may be here or may not be here as the key organizer, and she's bringing in some other people. And then we have obviously the plans where we are very keen to get proposals for the years after this. Obviously, most importantly, European countries. But if you have any outline of you want to present to the board, contact us. 2030 sounds like a long time to go, but I think to have a few ideas floating around will be very important. I talked about South Korea. And there were all sorts of stakeholder discussions, which I'm not going to go into. On behalf of the society and with the approval of the board, I submitted a consultation paper to the HMPC and EMA on herbal medicine product in children. I'm not going to go into detail, but ultimately, from a scientific point of view, I felt they did not really address key issues there. There is a floating idea about an ISA certification. We haven't followed up on this. I've explored it with several people, and you see the question here, is it a viable idea? And the final thing which I did basically, because it can only be in person online, I submitted a response to the Lancet consultation on health and climate change, also including the GA as one organization, which I think is important because it's one of the major current areas in terms of publishing where the scientific aspects linked to health of climate change are discussed. Judith, over to you.
So,
oh, sorry, any questions? Or we'll take them in one block afterwards.
dear colleagues, dear friends, dear members of the GA, it's my pleasure to give you my last report as an outgoing vice president. This is the time frame of roughly 1 year. So I was representative of the GA at some conferences overall in Salvador, which is not mentioned here, obviously, because it was in September 24, and also in Cape Town, South Africa, the ISE meeting. Both of them were really very highly valuable, highly interesting, and there was so much feedback about Naples, and there were so many people who were interested in coming to Naples, and obviously it helped. So there are a lot of people from Brazil as well as from South Africa. So there were discussions about future GA workshops and e-seminars, and also about the co-batching of conferences together with, of course, Nicholas, Michael, the whole board, and also the discussions with all the future organizers of the upcoming conferences, as Michael already mentioned. Then I was in charge of managing some of the GA awards together with Michael, Connie, Olaf. In particular, I coordinated the the Bionorica Phytoneering Award, and I was also a member of the evaluation team for the Synergy Award. Then, as we are all, or a lot of us in the scientific committee of this conference, we were all in charge of also evaluating abstracts. So that's all from my side. In case you have any questions, feel free. If not, we can go further. Nicolas? No.
No, you're going backwards.
Yeah.
All right. Hello from my side as well. So during the last year, I was more involved with AFERP and the French Society, how to co-organize the next meeting in Rennes in 2026. It looks like it's on good shape. We'll get more information later. I have also been involved on bringing in GA in several European projects. So we have submitted some that they were not successful, but there are more that they are coming up. And we do have, we bring GA as a partner or as a stakeholder, both roles. We think that GA can participate, can be on the part of the dissemination. There is a lot of space there. It's a non-for-profit organization. It gets fully funded, and we can support research that is done on natural products. So that's why we're pushing towards that direction. There are also calls beyond the European calls, also projects between Europe and Africa. And with Chica here, we support this, and we're pushing to submit something successfully. Of course, I have been involved in some awards, the evaluations, the Naples Scientific Committee. And also we did some work here with Stuart and Planta Medica on trying to find new ways to benefit GA members in total. So I think that's more or less my involvement. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. If not,
We'll pause on. I think the next one is Bernd.
Bernd, yes.
Just check. Yeah.
Yes, dear friends, dear members, coming to the financial situation of the GA. First of all, you may know that I'm not alone. I am supported in the Treasurer's office by a lady. This was for many, many years, Annette Lase. We worked together for nearly 20 years for the GA. She now has a new challenge and is now a full-time work in the council at Bionorica, and now is followed by Beate Gruber, that some of you get already known in the email correspondence. She's highly committed and really a great support, and will run the office in future for hopefully for many, many years or so. Yeah, coming to the financial status of the GA. So this is the GA Egon Stahl Foundation Plans for Health cash status. You see for each society or organization the relevant cost. GA 200 to 1,000 euros. GA Congress account, it's very high due to the running Naples Congress. 123,000 euros. Egon Stahl 1,500. Foundation Plans for Health 11,000 euros. And the donation account, 20,000 euros. So in total, sums up to 357,000 euros. Coming to the funds, you see GA, 60,736, Egon Stahl, 70,000 euros, Foundation Plans for Health, 93,000 euros. So in total, 223,544, so more than 500,000 euros on our accounts. Yes, you know that we have a guideline for investment, which of course asks us to invest in preserve the basic assets, to be sustainable and ethically justified, and to be a low risk. And this, of course, is we have to follow. We decided in front of the running Congress not to invest additionally and to wait until the end for the year's Congress and the result of the discussion on the hiring of scientific employee additionally. So have a look to the GA funds. You see we have increase of 2.8%. According to the situation at the stocks, you might imagine it's not easy to invest money right now. And there's, of course, a lot of trouble in the markets. And yes, situation is like it is. Nevertheless, for Egon Stahl, for the funds, we have 3.52%. And for the foundation, it's 1.7% increase since last year. Yeah, the budget. These are the awards we awarded in 2025 in the green column, summing up to 19,740 euros. This is the revenues we had in 2025. This is this light blue column. On the right, you see the budget planning for in 2024. So for 2025, we are much better. We have much higher income by paid memberships. That's due to the fact that Beate and Annette wrote a lot of emails to all the members, and the discipline in paying the fees is much increased. So thank you for that. And of course, this sums up to more money for the GA and for possibilities to invest in science. Yes. Yes, we got already refunding from this event, so 300,000 euros. This is a very comfortable situation we are right now in. We paid already for the Congress 245, which you see on the next slide. So we have 55,000 euros on our side right now, but of course there are still open bills we have to pay. But anyhow, we also got 46,500 euros by sponsors, additional money. So I'm pretty sure that we have a very great sum left after the final payment of any costs. So yes, I'm through. Do you have any questions? Seems not to be the case. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Bernd. Olaf.
Yes, I'll keep it short. Of course, we develop our infrastructure for the members electronically and also all other like events further on, and support all of this in the secretary. And of course, I would like to straight on go to the next point. We have been discussing repeatedly that the fees for our supporting members are not up to date in a way. You will see why. We had by now a flat fee for each and every supporter of 400 euro per year, and this since quite some years. And we see that the supporting members really are dedicated to support our company. This was also visible, Gaia, I think I'm right, in yesterday's industry group meeting. And so it is more than adequate to adapt the fees to the financial power of the respective members, of course related to their business with mutual products. And you see a kind of staggered fee approach here for micro enterprises. It's even cheaper in the future, but the others would pay according to their financial possibilities a bit more. So we've been discussing it in the board. We've discussed it in the industry group. We would like to show it to you here. We will re-optimize the format of this information, and we will then in the next meeting, which will be online, have decision by you, hoping that you will vote for this proposal. So this is my key point today. And of course, I would also mention that our scientific officer, who is already back in his office and caring for applications for membership, etc., he has also a report, and you see that he's really busy to keep the website okay, make our members who have questions happy together with me. And so this is proceeding quite well. So we can go to the next part of our very important part of our meeting. We need that we get the report of the auditors and finally the discharge of the executive committee. Who would go?
Rudy, are you doing it on behalf of the two? Yeah. Can you hear Rudy? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So hello everyone. We is my colleague Bea and Beatrice German, and we had the duty to check the account of GA and also all the transactions, the documents, and we received the documents already 9th of July, quite early, which was good, and we checked it very carefully. And we also asked several questions to have explanations, and all these questions were really answered satisfactory. So we had no concern about any problem in the finances. You have seen that the amount dropped a little bit, but you have also seen that next year we can expect even more money. So I think we are in a very solid financial situation, and no one has to worry about our finances. We also checked the Egon Stahl Award finances, and here we have quite stable situation. Of course, we will see, I think it may be necessary to increase a little bit, but I think for the moment it's probably also sufficient to guarantee the Egon Stahl Award in the future. Yeah, what else to say? I think GA has quite a bit of money, as you have seen, and I think GA should really continue, or we thought GA should continue to support the young scientists in particular, but also the many workshops and conferences as it has been done in the past. So finally, I would like to thank really the financial officer and his helpers, Anne Glase and Beate Gruber, for this excellent work. It was done really perfectly. And I also want to thank the Executive Council for really handling our money so well and spending not too much. So yeah, that's my report in a summary. We have a more extensive report, but I think you're not interested. And for that reason, I think I can also apply to discharge the Executive Council, since they have done really a very good job in the last year. Is anyone against discharging them? I don't see anyone. Any abstentions? Also no. So everyone is happy with your work, Michael, and your team. So congratulations. Thank you very much.
Bit unexpected point. We were not having in our schedule commemorating for the members who are not living any longer of GA. And as we just heard, our honorary member, Mohamed Kayal, is not longer living. And I would like to take this occasion to ask you to commemorate of him, who has been a very dedicated and long-standing member of our society. I heard it just from Ebba Aziz Kalbin.
So he passed away recently?
Yeah, yeah,
okay,
exactly today.
No.
Yeah, that was new.
Okay.
So,
I think we'll definitely have a news item, and if anyone wants to contribute to a message to the family, let us know. Sorry, heard somebody saying something, but I don't know what. Micro, okay. No, I was just saying that's certainly very sad. Oddly enough, I was thinking this morning, I need to ask you how he is. And what I was saying is we'll certainly make sure that we commemorate his life and his contributions to the J in an appropriate way on the website, etc. So thanks for letting us know, Olaf. And I had some water for you because I didn't know what was happening, to make sure that you don't lose your voice.
That's very kind. Maybe I should go for the next point shortly.
Allow me one thing. Sorry, it just occurred to me that none of us five has actually commented on one thing we did. We had a strategic board meeting in March where we sort of tried to develop ideas for the next few years. Not a specific plan, but just to see where we are, what we should be doing. And one of the ideas which is coming up, and Bernd mentioned, is we need potentially think about how can we afford somebody who can really develop more the scientific framework and can contribute specifically, for example, to policy elements, support Congress organizers, etc. Both offices do a brilliant job, but it's more the administrative and financial side. So we are currently exploring, but watch this space. Nothing has been decided. Okay. Any questions on what has been said, both in terms of the report, and thanks again to our two auditors for looking at all this in great detail.
Yeah, because it's a quite technical point, I would like to quickly go into announcing our second annual members meeting. It has become a tradition that we have one in person here with the Congress, and the second one for also all members which cannot make it here, and also in this case for the elections. We have been seriously looking for a good date and found 22nd of October, 16:30. It will be an online election connected to this, and we are aiming for having also adjacently a GRE seminar, perhaps on the topic of Best of GA 2025. This as a quick announcement, and if you would like to stand as a candidate for the board, please feel free and be invited to submit your profile. We have been sending the profile template to you recently. So this is this profile, not difficult to fill, so you are all invited to join Managing GA. Thank you so much. Oh, it's to the working group.
Thank you, Olaf. Thank you very much. Right, I have a bit of a problem that I don't know. Oh, maybe I should look here. That may be cleverer. Okay, Antti, it's your call on the social media. Do you want to do it? Huh? What? Well, you are doing all the work, so you should. We really have. Okay, we really have to thank Antti for all she has done and for the online presence of the society and the visibility.
Hi. So as you have seen, we have increased the visibility of the society. Now we have more than 8,000 people following the page. Recently, we are targeting on having on board more people from the industry, not only from academia, to have more sustainable use of natural products, not only from the academic side, but also to be more informative and target also other audiences. So thank you for supporting the account.
Thank you, Antti. we've gone in 3 years from zero to an amazing sort of presence. And just to add, since we talked about the virtual side, it's wonderful to see so many of us in the GA society being present here in person. So it's great to see the interest on your side. Thanks very much for coming. Right, that's also awards. Whoops, that was too fast. I hope you're all aware of the 4 awards we gave. The Synergy Award was given first. Isa Silva, Bianorica, and the Wilma Schwabe Young Talent Prize. I'm not going to repeat it. Next year, just one highlight. We have Egon Stahl Award in gold. And I would be really very happy for everyone to think about which eminent colleague we would like to nominate. We've had a long series of really eminent people, and we hope to get ideas and nominations from not from everyone, but from everyone interested in the next few months once it's opened. Global Research Network, I mentioned this in my report. We have about 8 regional representatives. We have the African Research Network. Zika will say something in a moment. Very briefly to the regional representatives, their tenure ends automatically with the board. It's a voluntary appointment made by a selection committee in the board. We've had colleagues from Asia, Australia, Africa, and the Americas. Several of them want to continue. From others, I haven't heard anything when I asked. But we are thinking very actively how to structure this differently. And one of the key points is that from next year on, we also want to have a dedicated part of the website on it. And over to you. Whoops, no. Here you are.
Yeah, maybe now. Okay. Yeah, thanks to Michael. Yeah, just a few insights about what we've been doing in the African Research Network. You remember I gave you a brief flashback on our latest activity. That was the workshop that we had on Sunday. Maybe next slide so we can talk about the... Yeah, you have the control. Thank you. So before that, last year, we have extended the initiative of the GA on e-seminars reflecting about the regulation of natural products. So we added this focus to the African continent. So we had a first edition where 4 different speakers from different countries, national competent authorities, were presenting the regulatory aspects. And then we had a really nice panel discussion with academia, industry, but also the WHO Afro representative joining. And in our next edition, which was done in May, we gave more voice even to the industry perspectives because we felt that they really need to get into the dialogue. So you can see here who has joined. And we are now thinking about, taking all these insights together to, prepare a comparative analysis that can be published so that it's more easy to access and understand the regulatory framework and also to put our voice there. We are planning a next online event where we want to give the floor to African entrepreneurs in natural products research. So something in form like a little business idea competition. So we can have a jury selecting the best pitch or the best idea. And in order to motivate also young scientists to step into this entrepreneurial activities. Upcoming is the NAPRECA Symposium. This has been doing or organized by Godwin, and he is organizing this at the Makerere University in Uganda, 1st to 3rd of November. And it's co-sponsored by the GA, so all GA members are allowed to reduce registration fee. So you may make use of this. And lastly, Nicholas briefly touched on this. We are currently developing an idea for an EU Horizon project. This is about the formulation of ready-to-use therapeutic food. So the core idea here is to replace these current formulations by something based on African indigenous grains like sorghum and millet. And we are currently developing the idea further, and we would like also to bring in GA there as a partner for dissemination and outreach. Yes, that's a brief insight in our activities. Feel free to join us online and follow the next steps. Yeah, so I'm standing up here. Just brief information on the travel grants. You have already seen that we have been handing over travel grants again for this conference. Just on a small note, we realized that it's not easy for everyone to obtain a visa to our annual conferences. So that's why we are trying to give really early on support to this participants, but especially our travel grant awardees. To write letters to the embassies, to really make sure that they are aware about the financial support to eventually support the travel or the visa application. Unfortunately, despite these activities, there have still again been 2 visas rejected. So we are, I think we are all aware that travel freedom is complicated in some cases, so we are thinking about shifting those budgets to the next year to allow more people to attend our congress. And one final remark, we have in another setup also brainstormed about persons or established scientists actually past their postdoc period, and how we can support those scientists to attend our conferences, especially in coming from resource limited settings. So we have decided in the board to grant upon an selection process or application-based selection process to grant Congress fee waivers to a number of scientists from least developed countries. So we are currently putting this together as a process so that we can put it in place in the upcoming years. Yes, so that's
Any questions on this last point or anything else before? Anyone wants to ask something or comment? What do you want, Niklas? The politically correct answer or my personal view? I have a suggestion. We talk about this tonight. Thank you for the comment, and no further comment. Emerson, over to you.
I try to do that best. So we have this traditional working group early career research workshop. It was Sunday. So this year was a very special year. We had 35 applications for the workshop. We select 12. And we assist a very nice workshop with very nice, very high level presentations. And among these 12 presentations, we had select 2 best selections, two presentations for the awards. I would just highlight the working group. I'm not alone. I'm with Luis, Alicia, and Antti. So thank you very much for your help organizing this. And it was an special year because, is because we have this 2 awards, and one of these awards, the first award, Bionautica, so thank you very much, Bionautica, for supporting us. And we have an award that is supported by Yogesh. So Professor Yogesh offered an impulse lecture. It was very nice impulse. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation. And we have these 2 awardees, Justus Mukawi from the University of Munster in Germany, and Aikaterini Baleski from the University of Athens. And why was it a special year? Because this Discovery Award that is offered by Professor Yogesh since 10 years. Since 10 years, he is supporting the workshop. I think, join me in a big applause to you. And thank you very much. Thank you very much for supporting our workshop. So this, Justus and Aikaterina, they delivered the presentation this afternoon. It was a very nice presentation again in the main conference. So, of course, thank you very much to Robert first, and you for the jury, because you participated jury members of this workshop. So that's all for me. I don't know if you have any questions concerning the workshop. It's okay, it's clear. So thank you very much. Thank you, Michael.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Gaia, you're here from the Slam. So it was a very exciting and wonderful event. So over to you.
Okay, the industry group.
Over to Gaia.
Okay, I just give you a quick update on maybe the highlights in 2025 from the industry group. So the industry group is actually composed of some board members plus companies that have industry membership in GA. So we did e-seminars earlier in the year, which was about industry perspective, challenges and solution in product development. And today we're very excited. We did for the first time in GA the Pitch Slam. I don't know if any of you were there, but I think it was really, there was a really exciting vibe. We had 18 speakers sharing their innovation at very fast pace, 3 minutes per presenter. And the idea of the pitch is really to trying to connect more industry and academia in GA, try to promote more translational research that can go towards commercialization, and is really just an opportunity to develop new talents, but also just network, have more chance to speak about this. So it was the first of, I hope, many that maybe we can do again at congresses, or maybe could be even online. So if anybody has any feedback, please fire on to me. So now before going here, the other things that I want to say is, so this is more for the industries that they are members of GA. If you have logos of your company that you would like to be displayed on the GA website, please contact us and let us know. At the moment, we have about 8 of you that have accepted to do that. Also, if you are a member, you can appoint a person, an employee of your company, to actually be part of the working group. So again, we welcome more industries to be part of it if you're interested. And I also want to thank the members that are currently part of the group. Then the other working group that I chair is the sustainability. So again, highlights of 2000 this year was the panel discussion that we had earlier this year. That was very interesting on herbal medicine and trying to see how that the sustainability of herbal medicine was applied in the workplace. And then we facilitated the very interesting workshop that we had on Sunday that was sponsored by Euromed on sustainable botanical ingredient. And I think, again, that was a really good opportunity to share a lot of insights on sustainability practices. So maybe I just want to end again with the concept that if you have any vision, any suggestions or what you would like to see in terms of sustainability, to just give us feedback. or even if you think you can, if you're interested in giving a talk or something where you can be an advocate of sustainability, again, keep in touch, and we see if we can organize something. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Gaia. And just to also thank you. We didn't have this 2 years ago, and it's wonderful to see where we are. And I really think all members of the working groups, both of them, and Gaia leading it, it has been really an amazing journey, and I think personally extremely successful. Planta Medica, our next topic. Do we, Robert, and no, we have. Do we have any report? Okay, I see a very clear signal. Stuart, you're on the. Here we are. Yeah, welcome the two of you again.
Buongiorno. It's actually congratulations to the GA, to the president, to all the members. It's really a whistle-stop tour of finding out more about the GA and your activities. So that is really inspiring. So well done, really, to the GA and to all the activities that you're currently doing. My name is Kathleen Tu. I'm currently the Senior Vice President of the Chemical and the Biochemical Sciences at TIMA. And we will start off with a little video, if that plays. Can you hear? Is the sound?
Olaf, it's done.
So my name is Kathleen again, and it's our first time in this conference. So actually for us, it's been really an eye-opening experience here to be with you in the last few days, and we really felt very welcome. And one of the things to say is that we are part of this journey together, and this growing together theme that we have at the end of this video is very much what Stuart and I is trying to achieve here. And a quick introduction to myself. I've been in the publishing industry for the last 18 years and joined TIMA back in 2021. And basically my own background is also in the chemistry and pharmacology with a BSc, PhD in medicinal chemistry and a postdoc in Cambridge with the molecular biology. So I feel that the topic is very close to my own background and my heart. And when I took on the journal with Stuart, there's been a lot of things that we uncovered, and it's a journey. And we are here to make a promise here to say that TIMA is under new management. And we are very much the new management team taking on the journal, and we're looking to grow with the society. And we're paving the way together here. And we're very grateful to be working with the editors-in-chiefs, with members of the GA, who are some of also part of the editorial board, and that we look forward to making the change and to promise you the change that we're about to make. So without further ado, I'd like to really introduce you to my amazing team. So I can't thank Stuart enough for a lot of the things that he's uncovered. And we will just have a quick introduction to him.
Hi, everybody. So many of you will have seen me over the last few days anyway. I've been in contact with quite a lot of the GAs in particular. My name's Stuart Bidsworth, and I am the senior publisher looking after Planta Medica for TIMA. And I also have quite a lot of experience. I've got 9 years worth of experience in academic publishing, and I joined TIMA in 2023. And together with Nadej, who can't be here today, she's also got over 2 years or over 3 years probably now experience in academic publishing. And we built the Planta Medica internal team together with Kathleen, and we're the ones in contact with the editors, with the GA, to drive Planta Medica forward. And this has happened since around like last 9-10 months now. And we are really committed, and this is the change in leadership is only the figurehead, if you will, but we're really, really committed to driving Planta Medica forward together with the GA, and we're really happy to be here and introducing ourselves to all of you as the GA members today.
Okay. So back in November, when we took on the journal, we also had a workshop with the editorial board, and it's part of the first start of the journey to look at the manuscripts from the time that they are invited, that they are submitted, all the way to the peer review systems and to the production, and also how they are presented online. And we took on board many, many feedback. So thank you to all of you who has provided your feedback. And we have left no stones unturned. And therefore, we have put together a strategy with the editorial board as well to try and come on this journey, on this change that we're about to make. And the change happens now. And together with the board, we've established many different things that we want to change, and we've established some priorities. So this year, the priority has very much been around how to boost the visibility of the journal and how to increase the submissions, because the impact factor, many people mention impact factor, that's a longer term game. And we are very proud that this journal was set up in 1953. And that was the same year that this society was also established. And this journal, whilst the society has boomed and blossomed in so many ways that we've heard in the last hour or so, the journal also needs the GA members' help to bloom and to blossom in the same way. So, so we are on this journey together, and we can show you some of the work that we've done in the last 8 or 9 months to show how this change has happened. So one of the things that we said we would change is, well, here's the start of the people who we conversed with since we started. And that is our own editor-in-chiefs, Emerson, Alessandra, Olivier, Marek, and Elke. And they very much advise us, and we meet monthly with our editors-in-chiefs, and we are on this journey together as one team. And one of the things that we said we would expand on is also the regional base of our editors. So what have we done? We've established also expanding globally. So in the last visit of Michael in Stuttgart, we presented the nominations to appoint 5 or 6 extra new board members. So the 5 names here on the screen are professors who have already agreed to join the editorial board of Planta Medica. And this is really exciting because previously the journal editorial board members were mostly based in Europe. And here we have expansion within Brazil, USA, South Korea. And we are also having Jennifer Munkert, who's coming in as new editor for Select Crowd Review, which is also a change in the peer review system that we will be established very soon. So it is our mission to try and expand our the region where our authors are coming from, and therefore giving them a leading expert in their field, in their region, so that they can also recognize some of these names locally, and also help us to understand the challenges of the local country that they belong to. So very proud to be announcing this today, and I'm going to pass on to Stuart for the extra work that we've been doing.
Okay, so to follow on from that, the work with the editorial board is just a start. We have been working a lot on increasing the visibility in a lot of different aspects for Planta Medica over the last few months. And what we've been starting with is a massive increase in the investiture, in the marketing that we're putting into Planta Medica from TIMA's side. So that has included a lot of online campaigns, a lot of online advertising campaigns to try and boost the readership and the submission rates to Plantomedica. They've included monthly or bi-monthly newsletters, which Oliver, I'm looking at now, provides some input to as well, and we're very grateful for that. We have boosted our social media presence in Europe and Asia with LinkedIn and Blue Sky accounts that are growing, admittedly not as fast as Anti's ones, but they are nevertheless growing at a quite a substantial rate. And these get also reposted within Weibo and WeChat to get more coverage within Asia. And directly on that point, actually, so I would point out this QR code here. If you would like to scan that, you can sign up directly to the newsletter to get it yourself, should you not already receive it. And a request for assistance for all of you, and you can approach us afterwards. We're here for the next day, or you can send us an email. We are looking for assistance for social media editors to help us work on the social media accounts that we have to boost the visibility even further together with you guys. And if any one of you is interested, please come and contact us. Please go and grab me, write me an email, and let me know, and we can get a conversation started. And just to show here that I know you've had a lot of reports from Plantomedica over the last few years that what we are doing is actually producing results. So we've got here the full text download usage from the marketing department, from the results of the marketing work that we've been putting in, to show that since we've taken over the journal in 2024, this new leadership team, that we've got a bump up and an even further bump up for 2025 for the predicted downloads and full text usage, which means that the work we've been putting in has been showing that the people are going to our website and downloading our papers, the papers that we're hoping also you're going to contribute to in the future, more than when they were doing so beforehand. Ugh. I only pressed it once, I swear. Okay, try again. Furthermore, we are introducing webinars. I know you have your own webinar series in the GA, and we've had conversations with Michael and various other GA members about these as well. But what we're doing is we're putting our authors and our readers to the stage. And we are introducing Plantomedica specific webinars together with the webinar series that we've already got going with other journals at TIMA on the Cassini website. And these are recorded, they have DOIs, they exist forever on that website. And they are there, and we're planning them in the future together with the editors to boost even further the visibility of the work of everyone. The one we've got coming up at the moment is from Simona Moser, who, those of you who attended on Monday morning will know that she won the Plantomedica Best Paper or Most Innovative Paper Award this year. And we've got further ones coming up. There's going to be another one within Q4 and then going on to 2026 as well. If you want to visit the website to show the ones that we've already got coming up, you can go on that QR code or visit the Cassini.tima that website. I'm not going to read it out for further information and to sign up to their newsletter as well. And to show you just once more, the work that we're doing, the work that we've been putting in over the last 9-10 months is already showing substantial results. And the team, so not just us, but the editors-in-chief, the GA teams who've been working with as well, we are really looking to support everyone who comes to Plantomedica. And I'm hoping over these last few slides that you've seen that there are changes coming, there are further changes coming, further changes even next year as well that we've been discussing today. But what we can show already up to the end of July is a 36% growth over the last 3 years in comparison to the previous 3 years, which is already showing a substantial increase and a substantial results for the work we're putting in. And from the customer satisfaction survey results, this is set by the sales and marketing team. And we get an average of 4.1 out of 5 for the experience of publishing with Plantomedica and 4.76 out of 5 for support received by staff. And this is already a really positive result, or continuingly a very, very, very positive result. And so that's just an indicator to you. So if you do come to Plantomedica and you want to submit your papers to Plantomedica, then you can expect a very happy and a very good experience with us. And we really, really hope to improve that even further and to drive that forward together with everybody in this room. And I think that is it. Thank you very, very much for your attention. If anyone has any questions, we're very, very happy to take them. And if you want to contact us afterwards, okay, obviously we're here today and tonight. Otherwise, please send us an email at any time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, both of you and everyone else involved. Just allow me one sentence. We suddenly are on a fast-moving train, and I think that's great and that's important. I know I speak for many of us here who were, let's put it this way, frustrated with what was going on, and I'm really delighted to see that this is something where a lot is happening. A lot still needs to be resolved. There's a lot of activity within the board, and I also want to thank all editors, but obviously Robert and Oliver to start with, for all they're also doing to develop this, not only the editor's work, but also the planning ahead. So I think you will hear a lot of change in the next few months. So thank you very much. Any questions? No, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Rudi.
Yeah, I'm back again, and I will not take much of your time, but just briefly inform you about the activities of Foundation Plants for Health. And Foundation Plants for Health is currently headed by a board which is consisting of Andreas Hensel, of Bernd Röther, and Barbara Steinhoff, and me. And we have really regular meetings almost every month. And we try really to work for the goals of the foundation, which is mainly to strengthen research in natural products and medicinal plants field, and also especially to encourage also the young scientists to stay in the field and to do good research in this area. In the last year, we were working on the follow-up of last year's workshop, and we had a nice outcome related to Planta Medica, because we published a report of the workshop in Krakow, which we have organized in Planta Medica. It's open access, and you can download this report. Then we started to work on the preparation of this year's workshop, and some of you may have attended the workshop. On Sunday, we had a very nice discussion again, and very interesting lectures on the use of real-world data to document the use of herbal medicinal products, especially in the field of children. And we have now some ideas really how to use this data and how to provide some evidence. Here you see the presenters and also the board members of the foundation. And it was I think, a very successful workshop. We will again go to publish the summary and the outcome of this workshop in Planta Medica, as we have done previously. And so you can read what we have been done. Yeah, and we are also discussing, of course, future activities. And the goal of the foundation is also to raise money for the research funding. And so if you have any idea about charity activities or anything we could do, please contact me, and then we can arrange some activities. And that brings me to the financial report. As Bernd Röther has mentioned, we have currently around a little more than 93,000 euros in our stock market account, and this has slightly increased because of some interest rates. But we have additionally also some money for the daily business, let's say, and for organizing our activities. But we need, of course, more money, and money comes mainly from sponsors. Currently, GA is the main sponsor, let's say, and since GA has a very good financial situation, of course, we expect maybe some transfer also in the future. But also every individual can donate money to GA. It's even tax refund or deductible. And so, and if you are supporting the foundation, your name will also be mentioned in the homepage of our foundation. So please support us. Please disseminate that the foundation is existing. And if you have anyone in mind who may be willing to give money for supporting medicinal plant research, please give him the idea that he should contact us. We have a homepage, we have a brochure, so everything can be found in the internet. So thank you very much for your future support.
Thank you, all four of you, what you have done. And I think the topic of children's health and big data is certainly a core area to develop. So this has been an exciting development. Annual congresses, we mentioned the main things before. We have thanked you. I saw Tina somewhere, but maybe here you are. And Alessandra before. So this has been amazing as a venue and as an academic event. But we'll come to this in a bit more detail tomorrow. Mille grazie from everyone here. And I want to move on to invite Jean-Hugues and Pedro to say a few words about next year's Congress, which will be in Reims. We have decided we should call it the Champagne region or something to highlight what the benefits are of going there on a culinary side. Over to you.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, first, Jean was not able to join us, so he apologized for that. So maybe you can put the slide of.
You're in charge.
Yeah, this one? Yeah. I have only one? Yeah, okay. Sorry. Yeah, so as you already know, so yes, we will organize the next GA in Reims, so from the 30th of August to the 2nd of September. So you can see a very beautiful pictures of the cathedral. So we will try to combine great science with good mood, with good champagne, with good food. So in a few words, so we hope that a lot of you, most of you will join us next year. So what more? So yes, about the topics. So tomorrow you will see more topics about the Congress. So we will speak about bioeconomy, circular bioeconomy, the impact of the global warming on natural products, new advanced analytical methods. So I would like to also to thank the GA board meeting for their support, also Tina and Alexandra for the advices. So, but yes, tomorrow you will have more information. You will see a video of the city of Reims to see the facilities. So, but it's okay for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thanks for taking on the baton. And any questions to Jean-Hugues? Pedro, sorry, Pedro. No questions. Okay, thank you. So we'll quickly move on. Lisbon, Patricia, is not here, it seems. Where? Okay. Do you want to say a few words, or shall I just summarize it? Okay. So I forgot to mention actually that I was in Lisbon thanks to her invitation, and we had a very detailed discussion also about the logistics and the venue. So we looked at all sorts of detail. It's there are exciting plans, exciting ideas about academic links to Portuguese-speaking areas on other continents, but also obviously intercontinental links to all parts of the Americas. There are lots of opportunities there. There are the Spanish and Portuguese activities. So I think there's a lot going on. The logistics obviously are being developed. And again, we have a slide tomorrow providing a little bit more detail. I talked about the challenges in 28, and we'll come back to your proposal, Iklas, what we do there. But be careful, we may dump something on you in terms of extra work. Turkey is planned for 2030. We are in active explorations. At this stage, Izmir is, let's say, in the lead in terms of the most likely venue. We have 3 discussions. There are lots of things we need to take into consideration. What's the local academic infrastructure? What's the situation with regard to the hotel infrastructure, affordable accommodation, and very importantly, connectivity. Now, Istanbul has some advantage in terms of connectivity, but it's a huge city. Do we want it? Is it meaningful? So there are lots of open things. Funda is very actively exploring all sorts of options, and we can look forward to this in 29. And as I said, we have now slots we are thinking about in 29. I mentioned to some colleagues early that certainly in South Central Europe, we have not done anything. Bulgaria, Romania, the Baltic countries. We've been in Greece several times. It would be the second time in Turkey. So we haven't been in the Nordic countries for a long time. There are very active research groups in countries like the Czech Republic and other neighboring countries. We have some German-speaking countries. We haven't been to a German-speaking country for a while, so I don't know. Maybe Vienna wants to do it. Okay, e-symposia. I think we'll keep this very short because many of it was covered by Zika and others. There will be all sorts of events planned. Again, our call, the e-seminars are there for people to use it, to disseminate something they're interested in, and also to use it as a platform for discussions. We're having a discussion, again, with Funda, thinking about something in the, broadly speaking, Middle East. So Turkey, Saudi Arabia, and other countries. We are in discussions about more e-seminars in ASEAN countries. There's a lot going on in the African, in the African context, etc. So there's a lot going on there. We had a series of seminars, which I'm not going to go back to, but further workshops and seminars are very important. Now, this is something I know nothing about. Aha, this is wonderful. Sorry, you come and do it.
Please, Guido, come in.
Guido, okay.
Guido, Paul, and Jean-Luc Wolfender, please.
Okay,
come in on stage.
okay. Okay, I hadn't seen the slide when I put That's fine.
Okay. So when times get tough, we have to dream. We had the first No BS roundtable. This is a brainchild of several people, including my friend Jean-Luc, and people who are dedicated to raw analytical data and advancing natural products research. It was fantastic to be given the platform. So again, Alessandra and Tina, I have to say this publicly. This was amazing that you gave us a platform to actually doing this. We didn't know we would do this a year ago. So thanks for this. What we talked about today was why such an activity is needed, what can we do with raw data, where are the repositories, the toolboxes, and what is the dream? And the dream is also, and this is, maybe you want to talk about this a little bit to summarize, we actually asked the community and we got some real feedback already. The bottom line is there's a lot of buy-in into the idea. There's actually sort of a pressure. Everybody, I feel like we're at the pulse of time with this, and the dream that we have is not too unrealistic. You want to talk about this?
Yeah, just very quickly. So we do a survey among the people who come and about in the society as well. We think that the natural product chemists are the one who holds the right structures, and other societies should know it. And we think that GA is the place where we can build up something on a new kind of databases where data will be interpreted by members of the society in addition to the raw data deposition to enter into the digital era. I think we discussed it also with Judith. So we surveyed the members today during the meeting, which was well attended. So at the moment, most of us are not sharing data. 60% are not sharing data, but 80% of the members think that this is very important, and this is key now, I think, to enter into the digital era aspects. I think everybody wants clear guidelines, and this is kind of things that we can offer if we have a platform like NoBS, if it's also supported by the society. And we think that we have all of you here to probably enter into this aspects. Members also mentioned that this has to be led mainly by scientists in charge, but and preferably by GA as well. So that's why we are also speaking about that here. We would like to continue to speak about sharing data, entering into these digital aspects. We would like also to, and we have started also to discuss with some of you, but also with publishers here to see what we could do, because this is probably a good way to enter in the digital era. And we hope to be able to continue to have roundtables. One way would be to do it as e-workshop, and I think we discussed this with Emerson. There is already a queue of e-workshop. We would like also to discuss this initiative at this level, and hopefully if we can do further session like that in the Champagne region and continue to move further, we hope that this could help the whole GA and our members.
Wonderful. Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, the two of you. And if you needed any evidence for seeing how fast the GA moves, that's a good example, an outcome of today. And certainly, I've learned something in the last 5 minutes. Thank you very much. These are the e-workshops. I don't think, do you want to say anything, Emerson? Yeah.
So as Jean-Luc said, that we are organizing our series of workshops based on this NoBS initiative. The first one will be the data NMR data processing. So we have already the invitation of, we invite Luc Patini from the PFL. He accepted. And this is a very good news because in 28th December of this year, we are offering a free workshop online supported by GA for all the students that are interested in MRU, in data treatment. So I think this is a good opportunity for the students to be training in these new tools. So this is the first step of our initiative with Jean-Luc and the others and Guido. Guido was our guide in this story. So thank you very much, Guido, to do that. And we have new workshops for the coming years, for next year. That's all. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Emerson. Right, so that's what you just said. And other congresses, I think that's mostly covered. We mentioned this before, so we don't need to go through this. We are at the end of this meeting. Any other business, any other comments, announcements somebody wants to make? And of course, any questions, maybe something which has not come up and which you would like to address? If not, I'll pass on to you for any logistics for now, or do we... Okay, I formally close this meeting, but we can't go away because Alessandra and Tina are taking... The buses are ready now. So, okay, well, I haven't seen any buses. I've been in here so the whole time. So Alessandra informed us when we want to go, we can go. And as a good secretary, I'll pass on every other message the two have. Oh, okay, you take over. Come on. Meeting. Thank you.
We already advised that tomorrow morning we start at 9 o'clock, not at 8:45, okay? 15 minutes later.
Mm-hmm.
And the buses for the social dinner are outside, ready.